Hello everybody, Steven here with Cardboard Coalition, and today I figured I'd bring you a review of Everdell, but more specifically, I'm probably going to spend more time reviewing, I'm pointing at the side like you can see, the complete collection, the box and everything you get. I will review the game really quick and then actually do this really quick too, but let's go ahead and jump into it. And I have notes so I can stay on track. Don't fall off track there, Steven. All right, so here we go. So, Everdell, the game, just the base game Everdell, or the game Everdell. This is obviously later this came out. It's from Starling Games. It is a 10 plus, it's for ages 10 plus. It's for 1 to 6 players, specifically, once again, if you have the complete collection. We'll explain that in a little bit. It's for 1 to 6 players. It's 40 to 120 minutes. That's also time variant on the bigger complete collection where you get everything, right? And what is the theme of it? You are, let's see if I can get one that's big enough that you guys can see. You guys are, we all are, right? Just cute critters trying to build a village by putting our workers down in certain spots, gathering the resources, collecting up cards, playing those cards into our village, right? If you want to see the how to play, you can check out the how to play that we did a while ago. It's taken me a while to get this video out, kind of wrap my head around everything, and other things, happen. So, all right, the theme of the game is critter building, critter village building. You're building a village with cute critters. The mechanics are hand management. Think about the cards that you have in your hand, how many you can play. You can only have, it's your city can only have 15 cards, and there's some ways to kind of fudge that number. But it's hand management and worker placement, right? So you take your worker, you place them somewhere, and you almost saw one of the drawbacks on this. You place the worker, you do whatever there is there. All right, so ease of teaching, ease of play. I kind of did the easy medium. I think the weight on Board Game Geek is 3.25, somewhere right there. But once you read over, it sounds really weird. It's a fairly easy game, fairly easy to teach. There's just some extras that you have to understand and explain to people. So I would say easy to medium on the ease of teaching, ease of play. The replayability is really good. As you can see, there's a huge stack of cards. Once again, remember this is the complete collection, so everything is sleeved up, all fancy, right? This is the complete collection plus an extra. I bought the vessels, these little vessel things to put everything in. So keep that in mind. But why were you getting ready to tire out on me? It's big reliability. Look at this stack of cards here, right? The reliability is huge because you have so many different cards to play. And if you're getting the complete collection, there is another one that I believe has the expansions and stuff. Can't remember what it's called off the top of my head right now. And maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's just the beefed up version of the base game. But anyways, this is the complete collection. So with all those extra things, you have so much stuff you can play. This board gets so big, there's all pieces that you can put on it. I've heard arguments that you play with all the pieces. I've heard arguments that you don't play with all the pieces. But there's no set thing like play with this expansion, like Pearlbrook, or Spire Crest. I've never seen anything that says play with just that one. That's the best. People tend to like all of them, but they say don't play with all of them. But the replayability for the base game is really good. The replayability, if you have the complete collection or you get some of the expansions, is even higher. So take that for what it is. Value versus cost. This is where we kind of get into some of the tokens. All right, so the base game is $59.99, $60. I tried to look around. I couldn't find a place that said MSRP versus what they were selling it at. Vast majority of places have it for at least $60. You can find it for deals. You can get older versions. This would be the 3rd edition. You can get older versions, and I'm not exactly sure all that's changed. It doesn't seem like there's much, but you can get them at swaps. I had someone at a swap offer to give me the base game for $30. We'll talk about, maybe I'll remember to talk about why I was kind of doing that. But so $60. it's fair. Let's say the MSRP for the game is fair. I really like the game. I probably would have bought it eventually to play it, and then played it, and then I would have maybe bought expansions on that. And each expansion's about $45, and they vary, right? And it's print run for games. If you don't know this, if you do, yeah, I mean, you know, if you don't, they'll print them once that run runs out. They don't always print them right away, so then people want lots of money for it. But I think the expansions go for about $45 each, and you get a decent amount of stuff in those expansions. And they're all, I would say, fair. And the reason I say it's fair is because the game is really good. It's really fun to play. I haven't ran into anybody who doesn't like the game. They'll be like, Everdell, yeah, I'll play it. And it doesn't even have, and I know it's a little newer, but it doesn't have the stank of pandemic. It's been around forever, I don't want to play it. Or what's the winter, endless winter, which I still haven't had a chance to play because I'm around a whole bunch of people who play a lot, and they're like, I've played it so much, it's so meh, right? I get so tired of that. It doesn't have that. Those have been around for a while. Everyone seems to be willing to play it. So it's a fair price. $60 is a fair price. Now the complete collection, $200. Now I think you might be able to go to the website and get it. Maybe I would check into that. But I paid $200 on Kickstarter. $26 I think was shipping. So now you're looking at $225. And then I got these, which were $24 for all the different vessels and the ones over there. So I think overall I paid $250. Amazon right now, when I was looking at prices, has it, as of recording today, had it for $350. And then there's some people selling it for $4 something. So you're looking at $300 or $400 if you want the complete collection. Now, is that going over the top? Yeah, a little bit, I think. I could be wrong. But if you do the math, in this, you get all the expansions. So 5 expansions, let's say 45 each expansion, and then let's just say I can't do math. How's that work? All right, $60 for the base and all that. You could do all this kind of work. So maybe it's worth it because you get everything. Plus you get all the cool berries, you get all the cool little stones, you get metal coins. Let's see if I can reach over there. You get metal coins. This is if you get the complete, right? You get all these extra things. There are stickers for the occupied tokens, right? Stickers for the occupied tokens and for all the critters, which I haven't put them on. Yes, as you can see, I have the big box sitting over here, right? Tons of stickers. I just haven't sat down and put them on. And they're enough for both sides, right? So you're going to have to make sure you want the game. I would argue, and I could be wrong, that people wouldn't regret getting this because they'll get into Everdell and they'll want to play it. But what I would say is maybe go to a local game cafe if you have one around you. Get out the base game there and play it with a couple people, see if you like it. But I still think it 200, at least what I paid, the $250 to get it to me, was fair because I got everything. And that's one of the reasons I did it. Plus, remember we're talking about Steven here, collector problem. Kind of want to have everything associated with it. But there you go. I think it's a fair value. Fair good, right? I feel like fair is just a little under good. It's a fair value. I don't regret buying it at all. I actually love it. Now, like I said, if you get the complete collection, you're getting, I have them written down here: Pearlbrook, Spirecrest, Belfair, New Leaf, and Mistwood. So 5 expansions too. I mean, this is a big box. I'm a decent sized guy, and this is a big box. And as you can see, I'll probably screw up the shot and everything. It's thick. I have it sitting right here. All right, let's go ahead and put this over here, which I know it's probably out of shot, but just to show you guys this for a second, there is, I mean, shows you how to put it in. This is just a bunch of books. You got the big book that tells you how to play everything. Gets scary, it's really not. You can go over just how to play Everdell. You got the archive, which gives you, I believe it's the information on all the cards. I got to glance at it. Yeah, it's all the cards broken down. But what I was going to show you guys is there's just a lot of trays. Trays upon trays upon trays of stuff in here. And it makes it really easy to bust everything out and get it played, right? And there's this tray, right? And some of them even have cardboard trays so they can stack, right? So this thing is huge. This thing comes with a ton of stuff. So now I don't know for $350 if it's worth it. I'll be honest. Depends on how much you're into it. But if you can get it, if someone's willing to sell it for the $200 they paid, and you're into the game, I think you're doing well. Yeah, I mean, you're doing really well with it. Now, drawbacks. Price. You can argue price. This tree, you get a wooden tree instead of a cardboard one. It's still as easy to knock over as the wooden tree, I would say. I was hoping there was some more base stuff on it so it would kind of sit better, because people are going to reach in here, and what they do is they go like this. See the guys on top moving, earthquake, right? And so you ended up knocking this over. Sometimes it's hard to see around the tree for certain people where they're sitting. You have that. The way you go around that is you take the tree down, you put them just down on the table, you can put these down here, things like that. The other thing with the complete collection, and it messes up the teach. Now, I don't know if the 3rd edition does this in the base game or not, but there is, I don't have one out, but I do have a wife. So to be all-inclusive in this game, they took the wife and the husband, which are a pair of people that do certain things if you get them together, and they both can occupy the farm together, making it less than 15 minutes, so you can change the cards around, kind of manipulate those 15 cards. So they have ones that say gatherer and harvester and gatherer, right? And they go in the farm. Now down here, I know you guys can't see, but it says it really small, harvest and gatherer. The farm is a building that they can go into. I don't have one here. The problem is, and I tried to get a hold of the company, I think they were telling me this is just how it is. It comes with the farm cards in here, and it doesn't say husband, wife to know what animals. Because what it does is, at buildings, it'll show you down here in the lower corner, once again, I know it's hard to see, but it'll show you down here what critter you can get for having that building. And with the farm, they can actually sit on the farm, saving some space. And then the extra card does more things while it's in your tableau, right? You're building up this tableau in front of you. It says harvester gatherer on the card for the farms, and it doesn't say husband wife. So now I have whatever there is. I think there's 4 or whatever. Let's say 4. I have 4 like that in the base deck. I have all the extras, which is really cool because they have different names. They have cards where you can write your own names on them for the family. They have ones that are not gender specific, and you can mix those up, and they're all hunter-gatherer, or harvester-gatherer. But what I found in games is people at the end, I feel like I'm robbing people, because I'll explain it, but it's quick, and there's just enough to pay attention to kind of get down to remember these small nuances that people don't catch, that harvester gatherer is husband and wife. So I've had it happen twice now in gameplays where people are like, wait, I could have put this here. I didn't know that. And at the time, I'm focused on my game, what I'm trying to do, and trying to help everybody else, right? I usually try to make everybody play the strongest game they can play, help make them, like, give them the options and make sure they understand what they're doing. That I miss it, right? And just to keep kind of say, oh yeah, if you look really, really close to the card and you squint underneath there, it says it right underneath. If you squint your eyes, and the farm card doesn't tell you that. Where the original, probably 1st and 2nd edition, it would say husband and wife. So you know you put the husband and wife there. So that's the other complaint. But beyond that, it's a great game. Would I play it again? Definitely. Right? Would I ask to play it again? Yes. When I was just putting this out to kind of just have it set up so you guys can see it. And remember, this is just the base game setup. This isn't all the expansions, all 5 of the expansions, right? It's just the base game setup. I wanted to play it. I'm like, I wish I was sitting down to set it up to play it, right? So there you go. I think it's a great game. It's a game worth having in your collection, even if you just get the base one, just Everdell itself. If you get this is a gorgeous thing. I mean, let's see if I can flip it around. I mean, the production's great. It's a heavy box. They line the inside of the box. I mean, I don't know what more they can do. They have the stickers. Some people like them, some people don't. But it's just a great production. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that review of Everdell, the base game, but also really of Everdell, the complete collection. If you want to know what's actually in the box, I was going to film it, but I decided you can look at, we did an unboxing and you can see me pulling everything out. So it's doubling the video up why I do that. So you guys can go ahead and check that out. But thanks for hanging in here with me and listening to all my thoughts, all my rambling idiot, about Everdell. I hope you guys enjoyed. Help us grow the coalition. Help us grow the coalition by liking, commenting, and subscribing. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.